Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. This is my Leeds United vs Southampton EFL Championship playoff final prediction. Obviously, we saw in midweek who made it through to the Championship playoff final, and it is Leeds United and Southampton in the playoff final for a place, bottom third place in the Premier League. And so we will see Leeds or Southampton bounce straight back up to the Premier League alongside Leicester and the surprise package Ipswich. So the results in the semi-final then, obviously both first legs were 0-0. Were cancelling each other out, 0-0 in both first legs, but second legs obviously livened up. Leeds United beating Norwich 4-0. We saw David Radner sacked by Norwich, which was very harsh in my opinion. This is very harsh after the American investment came in. Norwich just went on the rise, didn't they? And got in the playoff places. But yeah, very, very hard to sack Radner, in my opinion. I know they lost 4-0, lost quite convincingly in the semi-final and second leg. But yes, for real, Norwich probably weren't expected to step past Leeds. Same with West Brom. They weren't expected to step past Southampton, even though all four teams coming into the playoffs were actually in crap form, weren't they? They were in bad form. But everyone did expect the Leeds Southampton final, let's be real. Because power to payment advantage and Leeds with their history as well. With their history and Southampton ex-Premier League club as well. As are Norwich and West Brom, but Leeds and Southampton just proved to be too strong, didn't they, in the second leg for both Norwich and West Brom respectively, in my opinion, and that proved to be the case, in my opinion. In terms of how both will line up then, obviously, I still think it's been a good season for West Brom. Tars Tobin then in the playoffs. David Radner then in the playoffs. I don't think Radner should have been sacked, in my opinion. I think that was, but I think it shows that Norwich owners they are quite ambitious, so they do respect big things, really. And but yeah, Leeds and Southampton just proved to be too strong, didn't they? In the second year, probably as expected, to be fair. And I did say having the second leg at home is massive for me. So in terms of how both would line up, obviously this was Leeds' last line up. Messi and Dole, Artie Quay, who is a huge talent, isn't he? At Leeds United, Wardon, Ethan Ampapu, Junior Fairpool, Kurev, Ken Kamara, Wilfred Donto. I do rate Donto, like absolute nightmare to play. Then same with Summerfield as well, who has been into my team Liverpool. We got Rutter in that attacking midfield role, but him and Pearl could easily switch. To be fair, because both of them can play as a tam, but also play as a false nine and as a striker. So that was their last lineup. As for Southampton's last lineup, not a bad lineup for Southampton, is it? As McCarthy, Tyler Walker-Peters, Howard Bates, Bednack, Jack Stevens, Smallborn, Finn Downs, Joe Arbo, Doug McPhail, David Crutch, who's on loan from Bournemouth, Wayne Fraser. I always thought Wayne Fraser would be a nightmare for every championship defence for me, because he's still rapid, isn't he, Wayne Fraser, and Adam Armstrong up front, who is a proven goal scorer in the championship, and obviously I think Che Adams is out injured, isn't he, for Southampton, which is probably a big miss for Southampton potentially in this final, having a striker like Che Adams. But for me, I think it's going to be a great final. I really do. I reckon there'll be goals. I think there'll be goals in the final between Leeds and Southampton. They both love to score goals as well, Leeds and Southampton. And I think it might go all the way to penalties. I really do think it'll go all the way to penalties for me. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw, and I think it goes all the way to penalties. I actually think we will get a good playoff final I'm probably am going to chintz it, aren't I? And it probably ends up being like a 1-0 either way. But I haven't been an entertaining final. I think both teams up to star goals, both exciting teams to watch, and I'm going to go for a 2-2, and I'm going to go for Leeds to win on penalties, because Daniel Farker does have that promotion experience, but he hasn't. He has been in the playoffs as well, Daniel Farker, but he's not been promoted from the playoffs. Russell Martin, I'm pretty sure Russell Martin has been promoted from the playoffs in his playing time at Norwich. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. But I know Russell Martin's he's definitely got automatic promotion, hasn't he, with Norwich? I know that. As a player, so he knows what it takes as a player, Russell Martin. He's proved me wrong, to be fair, Russell Martin. I did not think Russell Martin had the chops, really, to be a manager. I thought he was quite lucky to get the Southampton job, because to be honest, I wasn't really impressed with the jobs he did at MK Dons and Swansea. I wasn't really that impressed, to be honest with you. If he gets promoted, then he has proved me wrong. If he doesn't get promoted, then my point still stands on him as a manager. So I am going to go for 2-2 and Leeds to win on penalties. I am going to go for Leeds to win on penalties, but it's one of them. It's a pick and final for me. Pick and final. I won't be shocked with either result, to be honest with you. But feel free to leave your thoughts down below. Who do you think's going to get promotion to the Premier League? Leeds United or Southampton? Feel free to leave your predictions down below and your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care and see you.